Welcome to the Black Perspective Podcast. I'm your host, Jonel Farmer, and I'm here with one of my mentors and great friends, somebody I look up to dearly, very professional person that showed me how to be professional. And I want to ask him about professional football because he actually played in the NFL. Um, Welcome to the show, Derrick Tatum of Elite Talent Football.
What's going on, y'all, man? I'm blessed, man, to be here, and man, I'm just proud of the progress, man, that I've seen you. I've been knowing you since you were like 13 years old, and now seeing you grow up to be a man, a respectful man, a businessman, and a man that's here to help other people. So I'm just here to contribute, man. I'm here to serve. I'm here to whatever you guys need from me. I'm here to serve, to give back to this community.
Definitely. So just to start, guess we start. What's your favorite childhood memory of football?
Man, my favorite childhood memory of football is probably when I played for Power Six, man. I think the park ball to me was just so fun, like winning a championship in park ball, like being able to go to other places where you talking about early '90s, you talking about when gang banging was alive in Cleveland, and to
Right,
be able to
right,
see football bring us together, to be able to play
right,
football with rival gang members, you know what I'm saying, to go in King
right.
Cleveland
Exactly.
and play
In the
against those
'90s.
guys. Yeah, and it was all love though. Like it wasn't
Right,
about that nonsense, man. It was about just football, man. I think that's probably
right,
my best memory of football.
right.
Growing up.
Okay, definitely. Now, what has always been one of your biggest fears with playing football? Have you ever had any fears of football, like fearing getting injured or anything?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's always in the back of your mind, man. And of just, it's a violent game. I mean, you running trying to hurt somebody. Of course you always
Right.
what I'm saying? Like
That's
you
the
trying to
job.
punish somebody. You know what I'm saying? So I've always
Right.
feared, possibly getting, a career ending injury, but that's the risk we take, man, when we play this sport. But man, every
Right.
time I pray before the game, pray after the game, pray during the game, and I just leave it to God's hands, man. And I've been blessed that I haven't had
Right.
many serious injuries my entire career.
Okay. Definitely. So, what's your favorite quote and why?
My
What's your favorite motivation quote and why?
My favorite motivational quote, man, is when I played high school football. My coach used to always say, "Attitude is everything," and I thought it was just the same until I got older and realized, man, that's the essence of life. Like you're gonna have some ups and downs, but how your attitude and how you react to those situations is going to determine your outcome. And attitude is everything, man. To me, it's just so important because I didn't really realize that until I got cut from the Seahawks. And then I'm realizing, like,
Right.
damn, man, this is my last chance, man, because my attitude wasn't in the right place. So that's why I'm a firm believer. Attitude is everything, and that's in every life.
Right.
That's in every business because you got to think about it. We all been around somebody that be like, oh man, they don't pay me enough to do that, and I'm like, well, like
Right.
that person
A
didn't
lot
feel
of
that.
rappers do that now. A lot of
Yeah, but
rappers
they
and
broke. They
OnlyFans
broke.
models do that
I
nowadays.
mean, they broke though. I mean, those folks who say
Right.
people do that, they probably broke, man, because they don't have the attitude of giving. You
Definitely.
know, my attitude
Right.
is to give, is to serve. And when you have that type of
Hmm.
attitude, regardless of the situation, I'm gonna make it better. You know, and
Right.
that's my attitude, man. Like I gotta make any situation better.
Right. Yeah, because sometimes I was telling like a rapper, you do have to have a great attitude because if you got a bad attitude, you're gonna get bad feedback. If you got a positive attitude, you get positive feedback. And so many artists, whether they models, athletes, rappers, or singers, they don't understand that. And I feel like once they understand that, they can be more successful at their art and get more recognition for their art, tell their story on to a broader audience, and work with more people. Because a lot of people think it's so they got to do everything by themselves when in fact it really is good team players out here, but you got to be a good team player yourself. And I think that's what a lot of these artists don't understand. And I even look at times I had a crazy attitude and I lost millions. So that's
Yeah. Well,
experience alone will take that. Bad
no,
attitude will cost you millions.
no.
It
Well, see,
will.
here's the thing though, Jock. Um, you look at
Mhm.
some of these top guys, right? And maybe some of these top guys' attitudes aren't what need to be it. So you look at that and think that you can do that, bro. But you not
Right.
Kanye West, bro. You ain't made 100 million.
Right.
You ain't doing dating bad, bro. Like,
Right.
like, like, like these
Right.
guys have made $100 million, bro. So they
Look.
can do. You ain't 50 Cent. You ain't 50 Cent, bro. Like,
Right.
so you can't
Right.
have that type of
Right.
attitude. Like those guys
Can't
have
have that kind of.
put in work 20, 30 plus years
Right.
in that position.
Right.
You just coming up, and
Right.
you got one
Right.
hit record. You got 1 million views, and you think you the man now. I'm like, bro, like calm your
Figure the
attitude
man
down, man.
out.
You know.
Like calm down. Right. Exactly. And that's why I be telling a lot of my clients that I represent on the marketing side, we always do our part, but you gotta do your part as a person. You gotta have a great attitude and be somebody that people want to work with, or it'll cause a domino effect where nobody will want to work with you. Even if you look at how like a lot of guests is now coming on platforms and crashing out with the show hosts, and I'm like, now all the other
Other people,
platforms are gonna be scared to work with you.
man, listen, man.
Yeah.
I will never forget, man. I was watching the reality show. Um, it was with Jodeci, and it was some years back, man. This is a long time ago. They had a reality show came out, and they was performing, and then all of a sudden, at some point, they couldn't get booked for no shows. And then one of the guys
Right.
on the show said it. He said, "Man, because over the years, you guys basically shit on so many people that y'all burnt relationships." You know what I'm saying? And
Y'all
I'm
burnt
watching that show.
relationships.
I'm like, man,
Right.
like y'all was one of the best groups ever of all time.
Right.
And the manager has said it was on the show. He was having a hard time booking them because of the stuff they was doing, 10, 15, 20 years ago. So it's like it's like
Right.
it's like I
And it's a
want to
lot
tell
of
them,
artists trying to come back now
right,
from
right,
bad
right.
mistakes they made that the media won't stop covering. What they got to
No,
understand, a news journalist is going to cover news whether it's positive or negative. But on this platform we only cover the positive and
yeah, for sure.
highlight the positive in the Black community. This the platform where we don't highlight no negativity, but
For sure.
we stay aware and conscious of all the negativity so we
Right.
can protect the Black community, those of us who care, against all the evil and negativity in the world and the industry.
Well,
So
yeah.
yeah,
I
that's what we
listen,
do
man,
here. Highlight the positive.
bro, I'm glad you own that, man, because like what I'm tired of seeing, man, is these platforms, and is to me it's become a bunch of grown men talking about another grown man. And it's like, look, man, you
Exactly.
know, I'm not here to gossip on another man, especially on some things that
Right.
maybe nobody knows about this person.
Right.
Like if it's already public information, I maybe, but I'm not here to talk about somebody else or tell somebody's secret that nobody known about, man. And that's what it's become, man. It's industry of men gossiping about other men, and I'm like, man, like 95% of things can be solved with a simple phone call with men. If I got an issue with Jonel because I did business with you some years ago and it didn't work out, I'm not gonna wait years later and then jump on some podcast and talk bad about Jonel. If I got an issue with Jonel, I'm gonna call you up on the phone and figure out how can we work this out. But I'm not about to publicly badmouth, Jonel when we did business years ago, and because I felt like he underpaid me, or I felt like things didn't go the way I thought it should went. So I think if a lot of these men would take that and just say, you know what, before I talk.
Oh, okay, cool. So it did. Okay.
Yeah,
All
you
right.
got it. That's your hope.
Okay. Okay. So a little back. We back. A little technical difficulties. Back with Derrick Tatum of Elite Talent Football. So, what sparked your interest on the field and made you want to play football?
But man, it came back, man, from when I was young. Man, I used to watch Jerry Rice. I used to watch Barry Sanders, and I wanted to be like that. I wanted to play offense. I wanted to score touchdowns. Just playing the projects, man, being in Garden Valley Projects, playing down there, man, and then moving to 131st and Union, and just playing at Paul Revere Elementary during lunchtime, fourth, fifth grade, man, and dominating and being a real dominant player, man. I said, and I asked my mother every year I wanted to play ball, and then finally when I was in sixth grade, she allowed me to play football, which was it was a different experience for me because I wasn't necessarily the star initially, which because it's my first year. But so it was great though, man. It was great because Pile Six taught me a lot. It taught me just how to wait your turn, how to really be a team player, how to be happy for somebody even though you're not being a star, and how to play your role regardless. And I did that.
Right.
Literally, I was a running back slash DB, but I played O line and D line my first 2 years. And nowadays, people aren't that patient, but I had to stay with it and learn from that process.
Yeah. And that's very important, definitely. So right now, what would you recommend children in middle school and high school and college to focus on right now as a football player if their dreams are to be in the NFL or to coach in the NFL one day?
I mean, first thing is, man, know your numbers. All right, know the percentage of people that's gonna make it. And I ain't talking about make it to the league. I'm talking about to make it to college. All right, and then understand like your height, your weight, your size, your speed. And do you fit in that criteria? Do you fit in that criteria to play that level? You know,
Right.
then you got to just put in the work though. This is an everyday thing for me, man. This is a consistent every day. I wake up in the morning and I'm doing something with football. I mean, this is everything.
Right.
So you got to be consistent in whatever you're gonna do. Just be consistent in it. But you can't be a guy that's really a D3 player and all you folks don't go on D1. It's like, bro, like maybe you don't fit D1 because maybe you ain't tall enough right now. Or maybe you ain't fat enough. But that's cool. If you don't fit that, know your numbers, find out, okay, well, these schools take guys like my size, okay, my build.
Right.
Cool. Then work your butt off to get to that level then. That's
Mm-hmm.
my biggest advice. And know your numbers and work super hard every day of your craft.
Okay, definitely. All righty. Now, I would say, um, as far as the future of football, where do you see it at? Where do you see the future of
Uh,
college football for NFL at?
College football about to be like the NFL. It's about to come to a point where they're gonna be doing revenue sharing, and there's gonna be certain contracts because that's what it's getting to right now. I mean, right now there's a different. Right now it's all over the place because there's no salary cap. So guys getting all kind of money, guys not getting the money. But I think they're going to get to a point where it's just like the NFL, where there's a salary cap on it. You're going to spend so much money, and you're going to be sliding in to get paid based on your position and your productivity.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. Because I have seen how the college players have been getting paid.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, for some few years now, I believe.
Yeah, man. Last couple of
So,
years, man, they getting paid. They getting paid big money. I mean, I got kids in my
right,
program making money, man. I mean, I got a kid he making 300 grand this year. Another kid made 400 last year. Another kid, got over 1 million from a school. So I do a lot. I do like the
definitely.
kids are allowed to make money. It's just that they got to regulate it though. They have to regulate it and put a solid cap on it.
Okay. Now for all the parents and the child viewers, if they need to sign up for your football academy, what website do they need to go to?
Yeah, man. I mean, you can follow me on IG, Elite Talent Football, uh, or elitetalentfootball.com is my website, and reach out to me. Just DM me scholarship, man, and then from there, somebody else can.
Okay, definitely. And can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So yeah, so that was the website for all the viewers, the parents, the youth athletes. That's the website and the social media handles. And you'll hear a lot more for us about sports. And gotta ask you, because we both from Cleveland, what about these Browns? What about the Browns? So I can't hear you. Let me see. Okay, you back. Okay, no, but went out again. Um,
No, I'm saying everybody keeps saying you got to bench Deshaun Watson, and I'm like, you can't bench
yeah,
him because you got to find out what you got. So because
right,
if he's decent, then for the draft, with the draft. But if he's trash, let's finish the season out, then make an assessment. So I think it's
right,
just been bad from everybody overall, man. But Deshaun is playing terrible. But again, you gotta let him
right.
play it out because you owe him so much money that if you cut him, I mean his cap number like 100 million next year. You know what I'm saying? In the next 2 years.
So we need to see what he gonna do first.
We gotta finish this whole year out with him. Let's see what he gonna do. And then if he's good, then we say, okay, we can build from that. If he's bad, then we say, okay, then we're gonna drop the quarterback in the first round. With a top 5 draft pick.
Right.
But
Yeah, and I've
we
looked
gotta
at
see it out.
so the schedule now is what? How many they lost? What is they
We're 1-5 right
1-4
now.
right now?
One and
One and
five.
five. Okay.
1-5 right now, man.
Okay.
And they're playing the Bengals. So we're gonna see, man. Chubb come back this week. We're gonna see how he plays this weekend. But my thing is you gotta let him finish the season out because if you bench him, then where you gonna go from here? Like you basically gotta cut him, but you don't know if he still got
Right.
something in the tank. So you gotta let him finish this year out. And wherever we fall from there, then we gotta, draft a quarterback or drop a left tackle, somebody that can help him.
Right. Somebody that can give him some help out there.
Yeah.
Definitely. So definitely I'm excited about this Brown season. So definitely, we definitely gonna stay updated. So we'll follow up on future sporting events soon.
Okay.
So
Cool. Cool.
definitely. So we want to thank everybody for tuning in to the Black Perspective Podcast with Jonel Farmer and our first guest, Derrick Tatum of Elite Talent Football.